Hi friends, hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to work on a new project. This is not the new project. This is what I made out of the trifold pouch from the Roxy Journal of Stitchery, volume 5, I believe it was. The first half of the year, one of the projects was to make a trifold pouch, and I ended up making like a crossbody bag out of mine. And I really love it. I've had to revise it like 4 times maybe, because I was not getting it right. I've never made myself like a crossbody bag before. So I've made purses before, just not a crossbody bag. And that's one of my clay homemade buttons. So yesterday I think I finally have it as far as what will work for me. Before, what was happening was all this stuff was flying out. Well, first it was too tight. I had sewn this edge and the back edge, this side works better, the back edge together like that, and it was too tight. I couldn't get all of my stuff in it, and I did make card holders, card slots for it here. I'm trying to cover up some information. So those work really well, but the way I had it folded, they were really close to the top. But when I had the edges sewn together, I couldn't get in and out of it. It was really tight. So, I mean, I could just barely get my phone in and really couldn't get the rest of the stuff to fit correctly. Then I put gussets in, and the gussets were way, way too big, like way wide. And I had one there and one on this part here. And they were too wide, and the thing was flopping open and everything was falling out every time I opened it. I thought, this is not going to work. I seriously thought about cutting the flap off, but I love the flap too much, so I wasn't going to do that. So I went in and detached this side binding on this part, the center part, and the back part. And I cut all the gussets down to about half and put them back on, sewed all the binding on. It was still too floppy. So I took, this is like half of what the front gusset was. I took the back gusset off, just removed it. I undid all this edging, what I'm calling the binding, like on a quilt. I need to stitch that. I took it all off again, and I ended up just sewing the 2 bindings together back here, and that is working. I mean, I also, because I had it folded, this was going way down here, which wasn't conducive to having a button that was easy to get in and out of, and it pushed everything up. Like, imagine this pulled up to about here. So it pulled these way to the top edge, and it just wasn't working. So I ended up, it's not cute. I ended up putting almost like a bottom in here, but then I stitched it very close down here. So this does open very wide, even though there's not a gusset in it. The 2 bindings did add to what used to be there when I just had the edges sewn together. So now I have like a bigger pouch kind of thing in there, and that's where my phone goes. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you. And then my keys can go in here as well, or I latch my keys onto the hardware. So this is a very springy, summery one, and since we're in the depths of summer right now, I didn't get to use it all spring because I hadn't fixed it. I got lazy and didn't want to fix it. And I had to work through in my brain how I was going to fix it as well. So I also had to move the strap holders, these little things that hold the hardware for the straps. They were not in the right position either. And it was also helping it fall forward, or helping to cause it fall forward. So now it closes up nicely, but it's still too big for me. Believe it or not, it's still too big for me. I am trying to be very minimal in what I carry when I go places. So I'm going to make a smaller one, and it's going to be for fall and winter. And who knows, this might get remade next year, and I may trim it off like right here and do what I'm going to do with the new one, which is put a zipper in. Now, this might be too small, but we'll see. It's all hit or miss with me. I do not have a pattern. I make it up as I go, if you know me. This is going to be about 8 1/4. And I'll be adding stuff on the edges so it'll grow a little bit by about, I don't know if you can see that, almost 11 inches. Close enough. Again, it'll have stuff on the borders, but this one is going to fold up like this, and it's going to have a zipper at the top, not a flap. I do much better when there's a zipper. So, yeah, there is going to be a pocket inside for cash. Who carries cash anymore? I don't know. We hardly ever use cash anymore. It's really crazy. Maybe a farmer's market or something like that. But yeah, I mean, there will be a zippered pocket inside for that. I'll have room for my phone, and I'll have pens, my cards. I'm not going to do card slots this time. I am eyeing a minimalist wallet, RFID blocking wallet on Amazon, and I'm waiting for Amazon Prime Days to see if it lowers in price. But anyway, this is basically my pattern. And what I have to remember is I need to do whatever decorations on it this side so it's facing up. Then work this way and face everything up. Not do what I did on the other one and work on it like this and then have some stuff look upside down. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So basically, and this is just like a base that I'm going to work on. And I am going to add the outside, to this. I'm going to add fabrics and slow stitch on it. I'm sorry, my nose is driving me crazy. It's itching. I just took a shower and I don't know why my nose is itching so badly. And then on the inside, there will be something else as a lining. And the lining will be longer because what I do with the lining, pretend this is the lining fabric, but it's longer because what I do is I fold it here and I fold it here, pretend this is much longer, and that's where I put the zipper. And I don't have to worry about unfinished edges when I stitch the zipper, to these two finished edges. I just stitched it on and it worked really, really well on the other one. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with the lining. So the lining will be longer and that pouch will be deep enough to hold bills and change. Or if money becomes obsolete, which I truly believe is happening. I believe that we are going into a world where cash will be obsolete. Money isn't real. It's just numbers. Numbers that everybody uses their card for, that the bank uses, that the bill payers use. It's just numbers. It's not cash. But anyway, that's just my belief. Excuse me. So, I also spent yesterday and the day before working very hard on reorganizing I have a little corner that I use in the bedroom for my space. Now, that being said, I have a whole huge bedroom downstairs that has 2 sewing machines, more fabric, and a lot of other things in it, plus an unfinished part of my basement that has a whole bunch of wool. Either it's processed and commercially and needs to be spun into yarn or used in a project, or there's hand spun yarn in there, all kinds of stuff. Plus I have at least one, maybe two bins of finished projects that I've done in the past, rope bowls, rope coasters like this that I was going to sell, and only sold a few. And yeah, it's a mess. Anywho, I'm going to move you up. Oops, that's in, that's out. Sorry. I haven't filmed in like a week. My thumb has been absolutely killing me just stitching that stuff for that pouch. Okay, so I think you can see, I'm gonna tilt you a little this way. This is, when I was going through things, I had like a Japanese rice bag that I made that I'd thrown like extra ruffles in. I made this knitted, it's not knitted, it's done on one of those spools with the little, I don't know what to call it. It's a, hold on, it's this thing here. It's a embellish knit. It's one of these things with the little, you know, and you put your yarn in there and you turn it and you come out with a tube. Yeah. So, and I put it, that little box under my light so it raises my lights up a little bit. Okay, now that trauma is over. So there's that, and there are shapes in here. There's hearts that I never used in my heart project. If you haven't seen that, that was my 2023 100-day project. I have a bunch of circles that I've cut that can be made into yo-yos and stuff like that. So I just have a bunch of shapes here. They can be made into flowers, you know, whatever. This came off of something I bought, and I can't for the life of me now remember what it was, but I thought it was really cool. It's a leather, I don't know. I don't even know if it's real leather. It doesn't feel like real leather. It feels like fake leather. And then this string. Some of these are autumn colors, like these. And then I have a ton of things that are cut out, like flowers and birds, and these are all autumnal. So a lot of these are going to go on it, I think, because I don't want it to be bright and, you know, springy. I want it to be fall and winter, autumn and winter. And then I came across some of the pieces that I have with writing on them, even a couple of stamped things. I have a ton more of those in a baggie in the drawer. And I also have all of these, many of which are left over. I think I'm going for like blues and browns maybe. I really like blue and brown together. I love this fabric, but I don't know, the pink is throwing me off. So I don't know. I'm just going to, this is some denim from an old pair of jeans of my husband's. This is just some very light denim-y kind of looking fabric, but it's very light. This is off of a fleece blanket. Yeah, there's this, which I feel is more autumnal looking than, you know, something with bright pink flowers in it. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using that. I have these little pieces here. So I'm going to be picking through this box here. I also have one thing I wanted to pull out that I forgot. Let's see. What do I do with it? I have these charm squares that I haven't used all up, and I really love them. So I'll probably be using some of these because these are the blues and browns that are inspiring me, and I really love these. Okay, back down. Okay. Yeah, so these are really inspiring me. Heck, I might make all of it out of, you know, just these blues and browns in here. I don't know. I'm going to add in those other things because I like the other things I pointed out. But anyway, I need to start on a background first. And I will probably be covering up the background. So It doesn't really matter. So let's start with just a piece of that. And I think I have, oops, I'm going to put this, well, this piece is a little smaller than I was thinking. I thought I had another, and I love this blue ticking, blue and white ticking. Ooh, ooh, oh, look at that. Could that be a strap? Ooh, maybe, huh? Could that be part of the strap? That's not long enough for a strap, is it? Almost. No, I'm just gonna let that go. So we'll use some of that. Let's see. Here's a smaller piece. So we'll use that. Uh-oh. I'm dropping things on the ground already. I love this because it's got writing in it. There's another kind of piece that I obviously cut a circle out of. That might be kind of cool as a corner piece. And then put something underneath it to highlight it, like a flower of some sort. Ooh, here's some wool. Let's see. Now, I wouldn't use that, so I'm going to bigger scissors, better scissors. Not the best scissors, but better than the little ones for cutting a piece like this. Okay. And of course, we have to cut that out. This is real wool, which I love. I have to remember that this, except for the background, unless the background is directional, this will go facing that way. That has to face that way. Now, could I put that there? Yes, I could. Look at that, meant to be. And I'm fine because, yeah, the stripes go a different way. Isn't that cool? Okay. What else do I have in here that makes me happy? And that's what this is going to be about, is making me happy. I seem to be going for the ticking quite a bit, which is okay. Like, this is directional, so that's all right. And I am trying to use up the scraps. Do I want to go with gold? I'm going to cut this. And I'm going to cut it because it frays like crazy, and I don't think it tears. It's a really loose weave. And I just don't want to mess with that. Now, am I going a little too crazy, and should I go neutral? This is a different ticking than that. Just realize that. All right, I'm going to dig into this because I can, and because I need to get some more kind of neutrals in there. And these are going to be covered up, so I want something like that. I don't want spots or polka dots. My nose is still itching, sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't get over how much it itches. Maybe I want this down here. I like that because it has numbers in it. dump it out, Martha. Just dump it out and use what you want to use. So I hope this finds everybody well. But like I said, I've been struggling with my thumb again. And not happy about it because I really don't want to have the surgery. I feel like I don't want the whole background to just be these fabrics. And I do have a plan for something in there, so I'm going to have to see if I have any more. That's kind of cool. I like this one. Look through the camera, see if I like it. My goodness, if my nose doesn't stop itching, I'm gonna have to cut it off. Can't do that. I have a doctor's appointment later today. All right. I think I have this. I'm going to trim. Oh my gosh. This is really heavy denim. I don't know how my husband wears such heavy denim. This is barn paint, not blood, in case you were wondering. We used to have a farm. I don't know, I feel like that's really heavy now. Don't think I'm using that. All right. What else? I know I have some more stuff around. What else do I want? Maybe I need to break it up. More stripes? I'm not crazy about that one. I don't want my background pieces to be really tiny. I don't like working that way. This is some fabric I made. I printed it off using lace on my copier. So I'm going to use that and take this out. Oh, I like that. Okay. And you know me, if you know me, you know I will change this probably 100 times. Because that's how I roll. Oh, the back is interesting, isn't it? It's part of a fleece. I like the back, but it's very bulky, as is the wool, bulky. So I don't know. Then maybe not. All right, time to find some other things to put on this, maybe. One last look through my bin. This is very frayed. I don't think I want to fight with that. Let's see. I don't want it really dark. That's a selvage. No, I don't want to go with really tiny pieces either, like I said. I like this because it's not the whole square, and I'm sort of just using it up. No. All right. I do like it. I want to keep it. Maybe it'll go there. But I might feel like that looks out of place, but it does give it a little depth, because remembering some of the things I'm going to use are golds and burgundies and stuff like that. Now that would be something I would put on. And this has to go upside down because that's going to be the other side when it's folded. No. Nope. Why does this look so out of place? Okay, that I like. This is going to have to come up because I always short myself and forget to leave enough room for the stitching to, you know, kind of pull things in. So I'm actually going to move that all the way up. Maybe put that there. I think that'll cover that. All right. Let's see, what else? Do I want to add a little of this, or is that enough writing? Maybe I want this instead of that. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, now I have to figure out what else. Yeah. I thought I had my thoughts together on this, but maybe not so much. Maybe I need to move this to the other side. No, I can clearly tell it's backwards. Alrighty. I don't like that. It's too much. I don't know about this. Nope. Not liking where that's going. Add another color in? Nope. I'm thinking. You can't smell it, but my brain is burning. Maybe I don't like this background stuff. Maybe I'm going to do something different. Well, what if I didn't do all this? I'm going to hang on to these. They're not going anywhere. They're just going into the bin next door. Take that. Yeah, I'll leave that in there. All right. See, I think it's all these little pieces that are throwing me off. I do like that. Maybe I need to go way more neutral. Maybe that's just what I need. And then embellish with my flowers and stuff. I think that's what I need. Let me see what else I can do. Okay, well, I went scrounging. I don't have a whole lot. Unfortunately, I do not have a whole lot up here as far as neutrals, but I found this. I don't know what I did with all my neutral stuff. It's got to be in the basement, I imagine, but I did find these. I really like that a lot. I'm going to have to go look for my neutrals. Might have to come back. Love that. Love this. I've got to have more of this. That's non-directional. Really like that. Here's some more tea-dyed cheesecloth. Cheesecloth? No, flour sack towel. That's what these are, flour sack towels that I tea-dyed. Perfect. I am like this a lot more. I have some of this fabric. Is that what I was using over here? Which now I can't find. What did I do with that? Interesting. No, that was the white stuff. This is more, let me tear a piece off. Let's see, I need a piece along there. And like I said, I don't want to use a bunch of tiny pieces, so let me go with this. Yeah, we have to go out today, and it's going to be another very hot day, which I'm not at all excited about. But I need to quit whining about the weather. Trying to see if this is right side up or upside down. Not that the words make any sense, but the letters look more correct this way. Okay. Sadly, I did not make this wide enough to cover that whole space. It's kind of silly. All right. I think this will make an interesting backing. Okay, and then do I want some more of this? No, I have that. What else do I have? Ooh, hold that thought. Some more. Yay! Found this. That's all I have left of that fabric. I need to think about taking some of these fabrics and like making a swatch book and then taking it with me when I shop and say, I want something else like that. Excuse me. And I found this. I need to make more fabrics too. This is just, I just printed this on white cotton, probably white muslin. And I just put a lace doily with a, like a piece of beige cardstock behind it, cream colored cardstock, and put it on my copier, and that's what I got. It's easy. It's really easy. I have a video from when I made my labels that shows basics of how you do that. So maybe I'm not going blues at all. Maybe, I don't know. But this has a real subtle blue in it, and that looks bluish, even though it wasn't meant to be. Okay. And I'm really not into like the grunge stuff, but I'm liking this neutral coming together here like this. I think this is too much. It's too much of this. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to put this up here. Yes. I like that better. Maybe I'll put this over the top. I'll have to like do something to camouflage the corners, all these corners coming together. Move this up a little. Because when I start stitching, what'll happen is it'll pull it, and then I'll have a space in between there, and I'll be mad. And I won't like that because I chintz myself out on stuff. All right, now I would like another piece of this, so I think I'm going to shift these around a little bit. Put this one this way because this one goes this way. I want some interest here. I really like that. Now, do I want another piece of that, or do I want to put that there? No. Maybe. Because when this is folded, which I can't do right now, but when I fold it, this is going to not meet, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll overlap, but I don't want this here and that there, so when it's folded, it looks like it's matchy-matchy. So I think we'll do that, and we'll do that. So this piece no longer fits, so I need something for under there. And that has to go that way. Because again, that's going to be upside downsies. I wish I could find more of this fabric, but I feel like that's too much. Too much of this. I just use that there. Okay. Now I have a larger space I have to cover. Oh boy. All right, maybe there. And then that's a really big piece too. What else did I grab? Another piece of this. This is such nice fabric. Oh, I can't even describe how it feels. It's really soft. It feels like it should be maybe a sheet or something, but it wasn't. It was just fabric. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go, make it wide enough, Martha, so you can do the whole thing here. Have a little overlap. Don't be cheating yourself because you don't want to use it up because it's one of your favorites. Hoard it, hoard it, hoard it. I'll be honest, I've been to Joann's three times in the past probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, maybe month. I don't know. Isn't that what 4 weeks is? And I have been very disappointed. I mean, like, I can find nothing I'm happy with, honestly. It's like the same stuff they've had for 2 years now. And just definitely not finding anything I want. And if I do find something, it's just still not, like, it's not, I'm not finding things that make me say I'm buying this. It's really kind of sad, honestly. Okay. Oh my gosh, it frays like crazy though. Hey, hey, hey. And they're mowing out back. They've been out there every day, twice a day, doing stuff on the golf course. And it's just, and the people next door, she had landscapers over there, 7:15 this morning. Luckily, I was awake at 5:30, so it didn't matter. But still. Okay, so this is going to get invisible stitched down. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I got that done. You can see from the stitches, I just sort of tacked it down everywhere. And I think it's good. Oops. Guess I have to do this here. I will just do that real quick. I put this mat under here because I didn't really want to use a bunch of pins. And so I went ahead and, oh, come on, Martha, thread that needle. I think I had it and pulled it out. That wasn't very smart. And, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Okay. And it's just easier to do it, like if you're doing it from the top, well, you just have to start from the bottom, of course. When I go to the top and I can slide this needle along there and it doesn't like stick into the mat. So it just lets the needle slide. Of course, probably dulls the needle, who knows, but I find it easier to do it that way when I don't want to pin everything, because I find the pins actually distort. Oh, look at me using a 35-cent word. Usually distort the fabrics, and then they're either not straight or I don't know. So I did not do a lot of stitching like through the center of the fabric, but that's okay. I'm sure it's fine. All right. I think I did. Yeah. That's down. Because I did that edge there. So I think, looks like I did everything else. Yeah. That's why I like having a muslin backing, because it's very easy to see. And this is just quilting cotton that I used. Sewing thread. Quilting cotton sewing thread. Cotton quilting sewing thread. Okay, so my next step is going to be finding the things I want to put on top, and I sort of started playing around without you, sorry. But this, basically this thicker fabric right here is going to be mostly the bottom. I may be putting, I'm thinking now I might have to put a gusset, but I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to have to do something. I may just stitch a little extra fabric on each side and stitch that together. I don't know. And I'm definitely going to put some sort of pocket in the middle, whether it holds my keys or whatever, because I do want to get a, like I said earlier, a minimalistic ladies wallet. I have one all picked out. Hopefully it will go on sale next week during Prime Amazon days. Yeah. I mean, I could have done that a little better. It's okay. Things are going to go over it. You know? Stop, Martha. So I thought maybe something like this. And I'm not going to be working straight up to the edges, because I don't know, I may need to extend it. I may need to put something else on it. I have to put a binding around all the edges, and I don't want to cover up my work. So it's going to be, you know, like that. And then I have these little flowers here. I thought those would be pretty over here. And then I have this little owl. Might put him right in the middle, or her. And then I could put some lace here. This is crocheted lace from Dollar Tree. Needs to be ironed. Not really long enough, but I'll get a longer piece. I have some of that other places. And then let's see. I have this bird. It's not the prettiest bird, but like if these are on the one side, I can't say the front and the back because I pulled 3 pins out at a time. Don't know which side will be the front, which side will be the back at this point, if there will be a front and a back. Come on. Work those fingers. Put that to the side. I don't think I'm going to put this bird on there. I'm not that fond of it, to be honest. Could put something like that, but that's very autumnal, where I don't really want it to be quite that obvious. I just want it to be like, you know, sort of fall looking, but it also has to make it through winter. I don't know. I always have a butterfly on everything. Do I want sunflowers? Don't know. If I do, I like this one better. Oops, what's behind there? More butterflies. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be floral-ish. I don't know. Oops. That was the wrong way. Oops. Now there's a pretty bird. Pretty bird. I could do that. And have that coming out. Like that. Ooh, could just do the bird and no sunflower. And it's all really blendy, but you know, I think I'm okay with that for fall and winter, or autumn and winter, whatever you usually call it yourself. Here in America, I think we're of the fall and winter bits, but and that bird's less colorful, like not as bright yellow. That's pretty. Oopsies, come here. We want the bird to be straight, Martha. Okay. I kind of like that. I like that better. Just subtle. Just more subtle, you know? What else do we have in the little magic box? Because next are going to be laces and stuff coming out. So I think this one's going to be more lacy. My fingers do not want to work. Get it right. Get it right, lady. Nope. Not loving it. Okay. Is that going to go on that side, or is that going to go on the other side? I don't know. And there will be some stitches on here, you know, decorative style. I'm sure. Don't know if I like the owl either. I don't know if I like any of it. I think I'm just going for really plain. Honestly, isn't that something? Not like me at all. Somebody take my temperature. I must be ill. I like the bird. I want this somewhere it's going to show up a little better. You like that? I think that needs to go right there. Okay. I think you're going there. And I have this lace here. Do I want the bird in the center? Maybe? Maybe this lace will come over here behind it. Yes. 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 Me likes. Me likey, me likey, me likey. Okay, so I'm going to mess with this, and in the next one, I will be back to stitch. So thanks for joining me with this, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Happy crafting. Find your joy. Do what makes you happy. Bye.